And hello everybody and welcome back to the Speed Simpsons Char ASM Tourney 2025. We got Warb on 180 FPS. You can see their PB up on screen, their leaderboard position, and their last PB date versus Larrakin on 100 FPS. Also, all that information on screen as well. This is the lower Group C, matchup number 4. If both contestants are ready, we can go ahead and swap scenes and get right into this one.
Ready to go, GL. Also, I'm on 200.
I'm a very lonely man.
It has been bamboozled. I'll give a countdown and we'll begin the race as soon as possible. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. GL to both runners. And they're in there. Quick little tutorial save for Larrakin, but we'll be starting up right away.
Piece of cake. Okay.
I like the Marge kick. I don't know if Larrakin wanted to be deafened or
I'm a
not,
lean,
but
mean speed thingy.
I don't have the perfect either way.
Hey, Apu.
Congratulations, Homer. Mission complete. Go back home and talk.
More about of Cola Caper, Larrakin. What are we finishing it up?
It's crashing time.
Or as
The vibration's
Critch slash
tickling my feet.
CTD would say,
Way to ignore the
Larrakin.
speed limit. Where am I gonna put all these? So long, suckers.
I learned that
2,
Warb,
4, 6,
allegedly,
8, you
this
suck.
is
I'm great. La, da,
rumor.
da,
Word
da.
around the
You
block.
are the one I
Warb,
hate.
very
Under control.
talented in Counter-Strike. An absolute menace in the servers. So I've heard.
Oh, out of control.
I cannot confirm nor deny these accusations.
Thanks for
I am.
Shouldn't you be in class?
The channel point prediction has started. For who will win.
Homer, go.
Metal skull.
Warb starting the Petty Theft Homer mission. Larrakin also starting it up right here. Lots of items to collect for Homer. Just an interesting time, to be honest. Or the high hit and run meter. I mean, if you're gonna get hit and run, Homer 1, probably one of the more laxed missions to get a high hit and run meter on. You can get a lot of easy coins. And evading the police usually isn't too bad, depending on where you're at. I think some of the only worrying spots are like if you're in the power plant. Aside from that, it should be pretty okay. Good park for Larrakin. Just smooth. Hit and run by Warb here. And that's kind of in an awkward spot because they're going to need to get out of the car and speak to Flanders. But does complete the mission. Again, police and Homer 1 are kind of... They don't have the best AI. They're also kind of not saucy with it. So if you're going to get a hit and run, Homer 1 is not the worst spot for that. If you want a coin max. And another hit and run for Warb. Just a lot of hit and runs. 2 already. We'll be talking to Barney to get the Plow King. And will they be resetting? Nope, they are going for the Badger Blast, it seems. Larrakin gonna be restarting the mission. We'll do it in Plow King. We'll see the Traffic Car versus Plow King strats. Man Picking asks, who's the favorite in this? If you were to go solely based on the leaderboard positions, that would be Warb. Warb having a very recent PB. I believe I was on comms for that, and it was a pretty sick run, I won't lie. Oh, this destruction, this is really bad for Warb. This is going to put Larrakin in the lead by a pretty substantial amount. Failing office space is not what you want to see here. This is Larrakin's chance to take the lead. We get an audio switch. We're going for this office space strat again. Can be very hard. I've said that this is probably one of the hardest beginner strats you learn. It's so hard that I just never learned it.
Never run again. Finally, I'm so talented and good looking.
We'll be going to Blind Big Brother.
Can you come and get me?
In F from Cody. Larrakin just says nice in the mute chat. The GLGL coming in. Warb kicking. Perhaps out of anger from missing the elevator, but still. Larrakin on sexy footage cutscene. We are having a bit of technical difficulties, but hopefully we'll see that fix itself. Larrakin did mention before the run some potential Australian internet problems that could potentially occur.
Let's do this thing.
A lot of camera swapping there.
Ow, my head!
And Warman sexy footage.
Please don't sue. I have road rage and I know how to use it.
Larrakin getting the freebie at the trailer park. Nice. Or just getting these extra coins. I like to see a good coin route like this.
Mistakes were made.
And the crusty glass coins here as well. A good luck coming from the chat. Does anyone know if Pet Iguana is still doing runs? Bill was in last year's tournament, but he does not regularly. I think it was last year's. It might have been 2023. But aside from that, he has not come back.
sleeping. Oh, miss. Oh, that was too easy.
Yeah, no problem. See Bone Storm here for Larrakin. Gets the vent first.
Bird,
Everyone better stay out of my way.
piece of cake. Cake.
Warb did in fact
This will be mine.
fail the office space strat, and just putting them a considerable amount behind. In this early game.
Very nice.
They fade into the cutscene. We'll get into the car, hit the trees for the 2 coins, and start Bone Storm up themselves.
Right, dumbass.
An awkward first drop there.
Very disappointing.
There is a website, we have a tournament. I don't know if the current one we have on the command is up to date. I'll double check right now. Okay, yeah, this one should be up to date. There is the tournament brackets with all the players. You can check the different groups there, what matches have been played,
We're number 1.
and the scoring for each individual person.
Hey, Mama.
It's crashing time.
Larrakin in this 1-7, looking to get out of Homer 1. Tigger asking, is it okay if we swap to Warb's audio? I'll leave that up to Cody to decide.
And people say I'm slow. Wait a minute. That was an insult.
I will say the buffering issue does make it a bit awkward on a restreaming perspective, but love the camera zoom in and out.
Take that.
We do get an audio swap.
See Montgomery? I'm king of the world. Why, you little.
As Warb enters part 1.
I gotta get the. Card-telling weekend, Dad. No problemo.
I was about to say it's almost in sync just based on like the buffering that we've had so far, but
Just like I got Charlie in name.
either way,
Afraid not.
Afraid so.
Afraid not.
Afraid
you can tell
so.
the time advantage here.
Lightning's fast wit.
Larrakin
Look out!
about a minute ahead.
Woo, nice one. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Whee! Smell you later, Stinky Gator. Killer. A nerd almost touched me.
As Warb goes to talk to Jimbo.
For America's bad boy. Bingo! All for Bart. I'll never lose these love handles. How am I gonna get that? You got it. Let's hit the town.
Larrakin finishing up the mission.
Much exercise.
And there we have the Homer 1 exit times.
Mine, all mine.
A 12:38 for Warb, and 11:39 for Larrakin.
All right. $1.
Sorry, Bob.
Larrakin is on the YouTube live stream, where it is Warb. It's on Twitch, I believe.
Just give me a sec to catch my breath. You're all mine. This is too cool for school.
We're going to be getting all of these fireworks. There's only so much I could add every time I watch this mission. It's just like, you get the fireworks, you go get more fireworks, you keep getting fireworks. What does 100 FPS versus 200 FPS do? Is one different from the other? There are 20 frame differences per second. From 200 to 180. That's the obvious answer. Realistically, there's not too huge of a difference, to be honest. The only thing I can think of is maybe the wall climb for 7.3 would be slightly different. It would be slightly easier on 180. Because I've tried it on 200 and it's just really hard on 200 if you're not used to it, to be honest. Whereas on lower FPSs like 150, it's relatively easier. But I don't know how 180 feels to 200.
I'm happy to report.
And the crowd goes wild.
Trying to think of other minor differences that might happen, but that's the major one I can think of. And even then, I don't know how major it actually is.
Energy depleting. Need sugar. Not again.
Maybe back when we had cutscene skip, maybe those 20 extra frames per second were very helpful.
Whee! Whoa, wicked. I didn't do it. Oh, that was great. It's time
Okay.
for some road rage.
This elevator is
Style.
interesting follow for Warb. High hit and run meter as well, but it should be very manageable.
Time to rock.
Hey, watch where you're going.
Although now that
So tired.
Lenny has been hit, Warb is gonna have to do some careful maneuvering here. And we'll wait just a few seconds for this hit and run meter to slowly dwindle down.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Has to play it very careful here.
If I didn't play so many video games, I'd be in better shape.
And getting this box will be a bit awkward as well. Oh, especially when Eddie jumps in front of it. Warb having to skip the box for now. A reminder, they can go for it in Better Than Beef,
Off my gut.
but it's not ideal.
Hey, Snake, what's
Maybe
up?
some skips that only work on a certain FPS. Ticker's probably better at answering those questions than I am, or even Cody. Any of the runners here, to be honest. I'm not the greatest. I run on low FPS myself. There's a much bigger difference. A failed dirt jump here for Larrakin.
Whoa!
And a highway jump. The runners collect coins in order to purchase certain outfits as well as vehicles for the missions.
All right, that was so cool.
Larrakin getting these coins here.
Now to find a satellite dish. Who has those anywhere?
So for example, in the upcoming mission in Lisa, you need coins in order to purchase the school bus. I think that's the...
Eat asphalt.
You also need Cool Lisa as well, which is an outfit.
I broke my wetland arm.
I believe Cool Lisa is 300 coins. I don't remember how much the school bus is. Probably like 500-600.
More pain for Lenny.
You're all mine.
These are things I should remember, but I really just play based on field. Larrakin looking to do this highway jump.
Watch the dang road.
Is Warp getting one of the worst traffic spawns
Look out. I wish I had some really
for that
big
section?
tires like I saw on the TV.
And just 4 cars just lined up. Honking. Larrakin going for this wasp at the Krusty Burger.
Oh, that was better than. Now we got to deliver the delicious goods to the buyer. I sure hope they like steak dogs, cause I do. Please stop what you're doing.
And a hit and run
What in meat in this town but me?
Nobody
in a somewhat awkward position for Warb. Is this the 3rd hit and run already? And we're only in part 1? I know we saw at least one in Homer 1.
You expect.
Full speed ahead.
Hey, what's the matter, you?
Safe and sound. Hi,
Warb talking to Dr. Nick here.
I need your
Larrakin on better than beef.
You got it. So glad to be of service.
Might feel weird for Larrakin because he is undeafened, so he can hear me commentate his run, but I'm pretty sure his run is a bit delayed compared to where he actually is. Even now, we have the stream basically caught up, so we can now see he's in monkeys. We're assuming that no shenanigans happened. We're assuming that Larrakin did not go into the menu, turn on the cheat codes, and
Charlie horse.
type in whatever the code is for unlocking everything. Warp getting all of these monkeys as Larrakin finishing it out. Gets the blender and on to sellouts. If anyone here is interested in the game, there is a speedrunning Discord server for it. I actually don't know if we have a command for that. Also, good first car on sellouts. Warp again with a high hit and run meter. Does get hit and run again. I believe this is the 4th time Warp has gotten hit and run. Will it be a 4th evasion?
Hello, drivers. Got a little situation here.
Welcome.
Should be good.
All right, that was so cool.
The car does avoid
Here's
them.
your last Bart Simpson
Or they
has
avoid the
your
car.
service.
Either or. We'll see how this sellouts goes. Oh, misses the first initial hit, but
Oh man, that sucks.
still has a chance to destroy it in the tunnel.
Take that. Oh, that was so cool. I'm scared and disoriented. Yeah.
Larrakin with a nice shove here.
All mine.
Gets this sellout's car to basically one shot. Gonna go for this vent here. Might as well.
My rims cost 9.
And gets a 609 sellouts. We'll see the time that Warb gets. missing the destruction twice here. Does get it though.
Lousy laws of physics.
That lamppost. It's being a lamppost. Larrakin into Lisa. Driving the Kremlin. A 620 for Warb.
Hey, slower traffic to the right, please.
A lot of honkage.
Well done.
I am the king.
Warb talking to Frink.
Attention.
Finishing that sellouts.
Hitchhiker needs a ride.
Went for the CSS, did not get it, but not too big of a deal.
I need to find my. Let's just do this thing.
Maybe at the top level, missing the one posers. It's not good, but here we see the bar 1 exit times. A 25:40 for Warb. A 25:05 for Larrakin.
We don't have deflector shields, you know.
I've gotta go. Oh no!
Oh, that jump was close. Larrakin spawned on top of the sign? What?
Silence. I must get this comic into a Mylar bag.
I didn't know that was a
Materials
possibility.
To near mint condition, heaven forfend.
All for Lisa. My bad.
Worst video game ever.
Worst video game ever, says the nerd. The comic book guy. We'll see.
Now to get
Orb finishing 3-1.
Queen.
Kicking comic book guy. And on to Clueless.
Millhouse. Lisa Simpson. at
Milou.
your service. Could you come get me?
Gets Malibu Stacy
If I were you.
for the ESS.
Millhouse. Not the car.
Gets the vent as well. Larrakin getting into the squid port.
I hope these are recyclable.
We'll get beach coins.
I hope these are recyclable.
I will say Warb's coinage has been pretty stellar thus far compared to
Hey, I'm just a little.
Larrakin's.
Oh, hi, Lee.
Doesn't get the beach box, but
I wonder if I'll get
nice honk.
credit for this. I'm gonna have to do so much babysitting to pay for that. I go, girl.
That's such a bad pixel. I don't even know if you'd consider it a pixel because I'm pretty sure it's more than just one pixel, but the sentiment still stands. That's an awful spot to get stopped at. Larrakin going for Kalu here. We'll lose a bit of time, but does bring the coin count back.
Barbie! Hi, Lisa.
And Warb having a stream lead
my store will not be robbed more than 4 times while I am
just
driving
on the stream.
Hello, Springfield.
He's going for the bonfire strat. Very easy on higher FPS
Money, cricket.
compared to low FPS.
I am a lean, mean, vindaloo machine.
Still not too bad on low FPS, but unless he clips through you, in which case
300 horses of convenient
then it's pretty bad. But
bring in the power.
high FPS that doesn't.
That was.
You don't have to worry about that.
But Bart's still missing, and I'm no closer to finding him.
Perhaps you should consult Professor Frink at the observatory. He seems to know everything.
Warb getting a car bomb and a phone booth.
This jerk ought
The husk kind of slowing them down
See
though.
my house from here. Oh, how unproductive.
Thank goodness for seatbelts. Professor Oh yeah, I got my mojo working now.
Gets the gag. Might as well, it's a free coin.
Grandpa,
If I were 10 years younger, I'd tan your britches.
Larrakin getting all this roadkill drops.
the school of the streets. Maybe a soy pop would perk me
We're
up.
getting a traffic car here to get over the rock. And we're not talking Dwayne Johnson.
Hello.
Never mind, I lied.
The time for action is now.
It's in the bus to get over the Dwayne Johnson, of course. And it's going.
Need speed, more speed. Let's just do this thing.
I always thought the point of getting the traffic car was to go over the rock, but I'm probably wrong. I don't know.
Sweet forward momentum. Oh my.
We're missing the fast strat for the first sedan, but does end up getting it before the damn area. Oh, slides on its side. And the school bus doing school bus things on high FPS. Although to be fair, that can happen on low FPS too.
Watch where you're going.
In fact, it often does happen. See the second Hellfire. Alright, that's pretty saucy.
Just a few more.
Larrakin getting the coins from Camp Krusty
Here
after
we
buying
are.
the school bus.
Safe and sound. Ow, my hair. It's
That's a good hit.
what's
That
going
will
on in this
destroy
town?
fairly quickly here. Very good.
Excuse me. Now that was efficient.
Second and third chase sedan for Warp
Lisa Simpson at your service.
as they enter Slithery Sleuthing. Really good first car for Larrakin.
Strike one. Counterfeit designer jeans.
We're getting some honkage of a tune.
That's a moving violation.
Do 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 do.
Don't be alarmed. I'm a professional badge guy. Strike two. Running over an elderly person without a license. Wicked.
Let's see how this third drop will be for Warp.
Speed pretty good for a cop.
We'll be doing. Oh, never mind. Missing the strat. But whoa! Wait, did you guys see Snake? What the heck? Warp flicking the camera back as well. Snake just launched into the air. I wonder what would have happened if he didn't drop and he still launched. Would that be a fail condition? Would you have to restart? I might have to go back and clip that because that was pretty funny. I won't lie. Snake just ended up in orbit. Yeah, I'm going back to clip that. That's good stuff. Je gagne, je gagne.
This trip be bumpy, says I.
Hello, Springfield. One fish delivered to a happy home. Have a good life. Plenty of good living here.
Sad day for genetic.
Fishy deals here. I got the clip ready.
How'd you like a newspaper upside your head?
Now you'll never be fried and served with tartar sauce. Next time, watch out for nets, dummy. Turn for the wild. Speed, glorious speed.
And a hit and run on Fishy deals. As Warb approaches the Freedom Fish.
Sorry.
Good comms at
I need a little help.
3 in the morning for me.
Ow, my hair.
This is, what is this? Warb's like 5th hit and run so far. No busts, luckily. I'll be putting that in clips. That was pretty funny, I won't lie.
Savor your freedom, my cold-blooded friends. What the? Ow! I can tell that's that. Now maybe that two-bit Ahab will tell me what he knows. What a perfect day. Can you please pick... Hi-ya! The time for action is now.
Hiya!
Go.
You tell him, Lisa. Warb lining up this limo strat.
I hope kids at home don't imitate my
Looks good, and it is.
A few eggs to make an omelet. Could you come? Oh, God!
Larrakin
Not the car! Whee!
collecting these fish. That was a boat jump. I was a bit worried for a second. I thought it was going to be one of the ones where you don't get quite enough air, but
Bart! That was your fault. Easy as pie. The number, that is.
it worked out in the end.
Close up. Everyone better stay out of my way.
Warb on to Marge.
This is a really bad day.
Gonna go for these coins in Neighbors. And gets them. I think Larrakin's stream has ended. Unfortunately. A rip indeed.
Why do you keep hitting everything?
Is Warp going for the Quickie Mart Wasp? Yes, it appears so.
Chief Wiggle.
Traffic almost messing up this zone of fire, but does get it in the end.
Okay, Marge, stick to the plan. I need some road rage. No time for caution. It was an accident.
Boy, for a bit.
How about that? Road rage building.
We'll see if we can get Larrakin's feedback up. If not, they can just finish the run, I suppose. As Warp goes to buy inmate. He moves on to Redneck Roundup.
Marge Simpson, at your service.
Warp going through the barn.
Oh, doodlebugs. Nuts.
Rip indeed, J-Dubs. Rip indeed. I'll switch to solo. Alright.
Watch it, buddy. This is the worst town in America.
The hit and run here.
Ice your wounds.
Oh, this is one of the spots I was talking about earlier. You don't want to get hit and run in the power plant. And fails the mission. We'll be canceling the mission, going to the main menu, and resuming the game. I believe that is to prevent a deload from happening.
I'll do my best.
Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think if you restart under certain conditions, the area deloads. I think that's what warp was main menu warping for. Again, someone can correct me if I'm wrong there. But I know I've seen it in a race before where that happens.
This is one weird place.
Maybe for freebies, that as well.
Guys aren't gonna like that. My bad.
Traffic not being kind to warp here. I mean, realistically, if Larrakin's still playing as long as they keep up a good pace, I think they should be ahead, but it's hard to verify with no feed coming through. Also, assuming they have the connection, probably tried to... Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but... I think there was a race where 2 people had it at the same time.
Could really use a lift. You got
Or in the same race, rather. I don't know if it was like synced, but
to pay for that.
it was pretty wild. I think that was my first time seeing it too.
Scared and disoriented.
I was very confused.
That is assault. That is assault. Sorry about that. Oh, nuts.
I forget who was a part of that race, but either way.
Did I win? I had no idea. You've got that. Now where do I go? Oh.
And we're going to be collecting the ketchup packets here.
Need them ketchup packets people done throwed out to feed on during the long winter. Help me fetch 'em.
Hey, try something.
Hey, I know another dumpster's round here somewheres. I can feel it in my stank ball.
What?
Oh, I could have made a good septic system out of that.
These traffic spawns are not very good. Honk, 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 honk indeed.
I don't have any crickets.
Beep, beep.
This is a really bad
They'll be taking
You narrow.
crusty glass shortcut. I wonder if anyone just casually playing this has gotten that at the shortcut and then went backwards to get the other drop and just keep going through that route.
To pay for that.
I don't know if you could... I bet you could beat the mission like that, but it'd be very slow. Assuming you have enough time to do that.
Move it, land cow.
I was talking a bit about that the other day where watching casual playthroughs of this game,
Vehicle was little Sally Mae.
I realize a lot of people just don't take the shortcuts that I feel like speedrunners we see and are like, oh, that's pretty obvious. I'm not even talking about the resetting shortcuts either.
Drivers aren't.
I just mean the ones that are
Yes. Now about
in the maps themselves.
Sorry.
We're on to Return of the Nearly Dead.
Anyone better stay out of my way. Ready to roll.
Horrible, man.
I am so embarrassed.
And they will be going for Bush Strat and Canyonero. That was almost a little scuffed,
Sensible shoe to the map.
but does get all the way over pretty cleanly.
Look where you go.
Grandpa. Marge Simpson, at your service.
Onto Wolves Stole My Pills.
Please don't sue us again. I just had that painted.
It appears like Larrakin stream is back up.
Smashy, smashy.
I don't know how stable it'll be, but they're currently in catch-up logic. Unless I've been mistaken. Oh, the stream is still buffering quite heavily.
Oh, it's just nice to
They were minus 26 in Lisa. They are now plus 40
can do.
in the
Goes my college money.
middle of March.
Get out of the way! Ow! My tushy! Woo! I hope this isn't stealing. Oh, for the love of pound cake! I should pay more attention. Move it!
Yeah, I don't know at this point if you... I mean, I guess it's better than no stream on the right side. But it do be buffering quite a bit. I'll leave that up to Cody.
Watch it, buddy.
What the heck were you thinking?
I just mean like leaving the feed on at all. Either way. Larrakin starting up Wolves.
I'm sorry, but you're too
Warb
slow.
going to talk to Grandpa.
Here's your
And yeah, we can see the timer difference here. It's pretty big, all things considered. Where are they at? So Warb is at, let's see, 84 or 48.10. While Larrakin was at 45.40.
This will jog your memory.
You can do the math yourself.
Huh? What?
For the last freaking time, tell me about the crime.
Was that almost like a 3-minute timer difference?
Doing his Nazi henchmen. When one of them, a raccoon as I recall, hits me with a banjo. No, I never reasoned with a raccoon, let alone
And Warb onto crop circles.
What does this have to do with the crop circle?
not a thing.
Something has been posted in the mute chat. In crop circles, 4-1 Wiggum got stuck, cost 1 minute.
It was so long ago that I'll have to
Ouch, that's a terrible way to lose a minute.
well, as I
Larrakin has confirmed they are in crop circles though.
kind of thing.
As of 2 minutes ago. So,
Kinda coming off it.
A planet with
a bit of a delayed message here.
That sounds awfully familiar. I think it was at the
I don't know if I should do Larrakins just on a buffer and then just swap over to Warbs.
jog Bart's memory.
We'll see what happens. I'll feel it out. Larrakin buying Police Marge as he will be starting up the Cola Wars. Going to be restarting the mission over here, going outside of the Simpsons household. Going to get the gag, nice gag, gets the treehouse cola, going over to the tree to get the tree cola. We'll be kicking both of the wasps as well as getting the boxes as well. We'll be collecting the coins from that, picking all of them up.
Bart, do you
Look at him go, and gets the bush strat cola. Goes to the playground to get the playground cola, goes to the seesaw, getting the seesaw cola, goes to the tree branch, getting the tree branch cola. We'll be running across to get the 7th cola. We'll drop down. Into the streets he goes. to get the stop sign cola. Going to the Quickie Mart sign to get the Quickie Mart sign cola. Going on the Duff Truck boxes to get those colas. Going on top of the Quickie Mart itself to get the Quickie Mart colas. I forget if we got the Wasp already, but either way, we'll be jumping to this Springfield gasoline station over yonder to get this cola. We'll jump again to get the 19th cola. Gonna be kicking the Wasp as well as ground pounding the box, collecting all of the coins, and we'll get the 20th out of 30 cola, 2 out of 3. We'll be jumping on top of the Larrakin, gets the Larrakin crotch cola, gets this cola as well, drops down to get the 24th cola, to the half-wall dumpster cola, going to the Krusty Burger to get the Krusty Burger cola, the fire truck cola, jumping over the half-wall to get the parking lot cola, over here the half-wall dumpster tree cola, and the 30th out of 30 cola for Larrakin. As he goes to talk to Apu. Worb also nearing the end of Cola Wars.
I'll do my best.
A very loud binky sound from Maggie.
I'm very good at this.
Gave me a little bit of a jump scare, I'm not gonna lie. That is definitely a cola truck. We'll get a vend here. We'll see. Oh, this could be interesting. I think... Is the cola truck programmed to go backwards? Yeah. I was gonna say, I swear I've pushed him like forwards and he just ends up going backwards. It's not what you want to see. It's a destruction from the pool. Nice. And Worb getting this cola truck to destroy at that sort of like bush residential house area. Be kind of a nice spot to live. Red blazer for Larrakin. Worb. High hit and run meter. We'll get style points for that red blazer. Worb getting the box. Larrakin will be trying to destroy this cola truck. Does get the box over here. Almost rams into the wall. Will reset. Get clear vision of the chessboard. Gets a pretty big boost. Perhaps from a chess piece. Perhaps from the staircase. And does destroy it. Or high hit and run meter. Does not have a good amount of damage onto this cola truck. Should be good to destroy it, maybe, perhaps. It's not looking pretty. It escapes. This is gonna cost Worb so much time. Does it blow itself up? No, it doesn't. It's weaving out of the way. Very, very unfortunate second cola truck for Worb. Larrakin finishes out the third one before Worb can even do the second. Worb missing the strap for the third one as well. And has a Canyonero moment. We'll be missing the barn backup. We'll just have to destroy it hopefully soon. Does a bit of damage at the tire fire. Will they try to get it in the trailer part coming up, or will they destroy it beforehand? A good speed boost here. And Larrakin going for Flanders. I didn't realize how undercoined Larrakin was.
Slow and steady wins the race.
I wonder if you can go in through the back.
One bad driver. Did I win? I had no
It's,
idea.
it probably isn't faster, but... I wonder how much slower it is. If you get Flanders, that is. Warp gets a mailbox launched in their general direction. Nice. Larrakin avoiding the stair pixel there. We'll get the box.
Clean up in Ironwood. Hurry up or my arranged bride will capsize me.
Gets construction box.
Seen such a four-wheel disgrace.
Getting a lot of spare coins here. Larrakin is. And Warb with a very high hit and run meter. But should be good. Even with this box, as long as you get in the building in time, you can avoid the police here. Should be okay. I hope. And is okay.
Shiva smiled.
No army Apu, hopefully.
I must.
Oh my gosh, that scared me. Warb, why did you do that?
I have brought glory.
Warb swapped to B sharps for a second, and my soul was shook.
4 times while I am driving around today.
Is there gonna be another race after this one? Yes, there is. I believe soon after this one as well. I think Larrakin is having a race against someone else. Yeah, if we saw a B sharps be bought, I would have panicked a bit. Maybe more than a bit even. Let me see if I can tell you who's racing next. It will be Larrakin versus Lucas up next. Okay, getting a unfortunate stair stoppage here. Happens often in Cola when you're following the Cola truck. That's awkward. Warp getting the ESS for Longhorn.
Never have I seen such a four-wheel disgrace.
And Warb hitting the pixel, not able to get the box. A reminder that Warb will need 500 coins for a car built for Homer. As will Larrakin. Fairly soon. They still have another mission to go after this. For that purchase though.
Una Sativa Pendulon is taking on the
Larrakin a much better coin route. Oh my gosh, Warb! Making it back by getting a double car bomb. You like to see that.
failure shames you. Yes, you.
We'll be starting the next mission here, escaping from both the mobster limos. A good fountain reset for Larrakin. And the pigeon flocks fly away. There was a mention earlier, an allusion to how many animals are in this game.
Coming. I'll see you in
There are quite a few.
Mr. Homer's.
There's wasps. There's those pigeons. There's seagulls in Lisa. Just a lot of different animals. Obviously the roadkill has skunks.
Smell of fresh air is much more pleasing than the odor of the hot dog machine. This is not good for my insurance.
Larrakin doing the
She crickets.
Good old-fashioned baby van route. No 4-1 warping for him.
I am a lean Vindaloo machine.
And Warp gets the strat. Good baby van. I love to hear the horn being honked. Do 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 do. So true.
Smiles on such behavior.
This is a baby van for sure for Larrakin. Warp getting the coins here.
Here we are at the destination. What the hell were you thinking, sir? Quickly! Shiva,
We'll do a pause.
my jubilation note.
Larrakin goes on to this little piggy as Warb
Hello, famous.
already onto it.
Hopefully my store will not be robbed more than 4 times while I am driving around today.
I was gonna ask where Larrakin bled all this time, but they did confirm they lost a minute in 4-1.
Get out of my way, silly pedestrian!
We're going for jump zone. A bold maneuver. Although I guess it's relatively common nowadays.
What is here? Makes no sense.
Larrakin getting the freebie. And the Krusty Burger coins from the vent. He's going for the sit and rotate wasp as well, but it is not cooperating.
What in the hell were you thinking?
Does get coins. I didn't see where from. And Warb mission complete. This little piggy will talk to Snake. To be collecting the trash soon enough. I respect the attempt for the car bomb there. For Larrakin. You can get many coins in Apu just from those alone.
Perhaps I should refrain from doing that in the future. You come again. Come to Papa, random object. Oh, no!
And Warb looking back with the camera. Saying, if I don't see traffic, it doesn't exist.
Oh, I'd better hurry. Last time I left this store, hoodlums
We'll be
put pornography
collecting
in
the
Playboy
drops.
magazine. I smashed my skull. Oh, yeah.
Larrakin does turn around the garbage truck.
Hope I am still the lithe runner I was in my youth. Oh, my giant gut is slowing me down.
Good car bomb there for Larrakin. Just bringing that coin count up. Warb with
Fathering 8 children has really
310 coins as of now. We'll get more from this box. 341.
Give me a minute to catch my breath. good for my insurance. What the hell were you thinking, sir?
Larrakin getting monorail as well.
I am surprisingly acrobatic.
Love to see a good bounce off the vent shaft.
Ha! Clean up in aisle 1. Come to Papa, random object.
What the heck were you thinking?
And Warb on the way back. The DMV. After collecting all of the trash for Snake.
Oh, Shiva smiles on such behavior.
Larrakin did reset on the right side.
Mama, this town is going to...
Not too big of a deal, to be honest.
My friend has...
But it can be a bit awkward if you're not used to it.
Empty. I am the victim of chicanery.
As Warb finishing the mission, and we'll head on. Quick cash after a 4-1 warp. Go ahead and reset the wasp
Hopefully my
cycles.
store will not be robbed more than 4 times while I am driving around today. Oh, like
Get some
no.
freebies out of that.
Ha! Clean up in aisle 1. Take that, Springfield. Dude, you better not have scratched my car.
4-1 warp for Larrakin as well. Goes the quick cash right after.
Like out of my way, walking dude. Nice try.
And good escape for Warb.
This is one weird place.
We'll flick the camera back to help with the traffic. Is lining up the strat.
Jiminy Cricket.
And does the reset variation. It's been a new variation.
Not supposed to happen.
Ticker finding this out.
Oh, I'm getting dizzy.
Relaying this info
What I do
to other runners.
I am a lean, mean,
If you reset at that point, the armored truck
hey, that's
on these higher FPSs
supposed to happen.
will not get stuck,
Smiles on such behavior.
is the theory. I don't know how the application works. I'm not very technical in terms of this game, so I can't answer these questions.
This is just between me and
Larrakin
you, Randy.
getting the shield off the wasp, but
What in the hell were you thinking? What possible service could this be to the community?
going back to get this one, nice freebie
I mean,
at the sit and rotate.
oh, like no.
And oh my, the armored truck has escaped the clutches of death.
For this,
Off it goes.
this town is going
Larrakin will need to
Get
follow
out of
it
my way, silly
and
potato.
destroy it.
I'm going to mess you
Does he
up.
get the backup?
Car belongs in the bargain
No,
bin.
unfortunate. A hit and run for Warb.
If you do not
Closing out the mission as Larrakin going to be bleeding out quite a considerable amount of time
hurry.
to this armored truck.
At this store, hoodlums put pornography in the bridal magazines.
I don't remember these being here before.
And also missing out on a little bit of
Me and you, random
extra
object.
coins, I
I don't remember
suppose.
these being here before. What the? My bones and organs.
Warp getting the court
My beautiful
box. I always get the court and the town hall
Whoa, no.
confused. I think that's the court.
Totally awesome. You
Warp looking for this curator, but it swerves away. Does a good bit of damage there.
Time to
Oh, we'll get it out of the tunnel. We'll keep it out. Should be good. Does get it.
man.
And then we'll be driving back to the museum. Good destruction considering they missed the initial couple strats. You never wanted to get past the underpass. And a good cutscene skip as well on 180.
Automan.
It's Larrakin
No problemo.
going in Curator as well. Larrakin nearly 500 coins. And Warb, how many does Warb have? 648. Beautiful coin count for this. Micro grinds. The vent. Ooh, Larrakin missing the Curator strat. We'll need to go for the backup. And it gets the bin boost. Curator with the bin boost. We get Bort from Warb. And Larrakin destroys Curator. Does get the backup strat there very nicely.
I am so sick of this happening.
Whoa! I spilled my pudding.
Maniac! Watch out!
How'd you like a newspaper? Takes more than that to kill me.
Whoa, wicked.
Larrakin having a decent bit less coins, but still very manageable for
Hey, Kurt.
where he's at in the game. You can see the Apu exit times there. A 1:10:19 for Warb
You
versus a 1:11:34 for Larrakin. Warb taking back the lead
I'll never
by about a minute and 20.
That was totally awesome.
Larrakin going to get the box here. And if Larrakin didn't have that 4-1 incident, where apparently he lost about a minute, this race probably would be swaying in ever so closer fashion. Right now, fairly sizable lead for Warb. However, anything can happen in the late game. We've seen a couple mission fails as well. And a lot of hit and runs so far.
Why did you do that? Whoa, wicked.
Larrakin getting the vent.
Woo, nice one. Gimme.
We'll be going for the
For school. I didn't do it.
crusty glass shortcut.
Whee! Give it up.
Good for coins as well.
Boy.
Look out!
That does it. I'm moving to Shelbyville.
Krusty, listen. Bart Simpson at your service.
Lab coat caper for Warb.
Ow, my coccyx. Eat my dust eaters.
Larrakin approaching
Whee!
the clown car carefully, or Krusty's limo. I forget which one.
Breaker, this is Bart Simpson requesting one pimp ride ASAP.
Watch it, buddy.
All right.
Bye, everybody!
Bye, everybody. Bye, Dr. Nick.
Flee! Flee, dude!
This is the worst town in America.
My butt hurts.
There it is. Oh, this is awkward for Warb. I don't think they even got the vent there. Doesn't fail it, thankfully.
For Bart. Damn automatic transmission.
And this being a follow mission, there is a lot of downtime, so... I really like this. I've noticed this a lot in Warb. If Warb has a lot of downtime, they'll just go for car bombs.
Too cool for school.
Unfortunately, it does miss it there. But you might as well attempt it in this follow mission. Should you have the time.
Eat my dust, dust eaters.
And another reminder, you need 500 coins after exiting part 2 in ASM to buy the zombie car.
Man, that was the best ride ever. And the crowd goes.
And that's the last purchase you need in the game. For ASM anyway.
That's a free.
If this were Hundo, I'd be very concerned about these coins.
No problemo.
I guess you can technically coin grind whenever.
Out of the way, wannabe.
Let's see how this duff truck goes for Warp. This looks like a good lineup. It's a bit scuffed, but will work.
It's time for some road rage, Bart Simpson style. That was totally.
Good strat there for Warp.
How about harder next time? Eat asphalt, asphalt eaters. Woo, nice one.
And gets the freebie.
If I show this laser gun to Krusty, he'll have to believe me.
Larrakin kicking the squeaky voice teen up until
See too much trouble.
he has a very high hit and run meter. Could this backfire?
I'll educate you a new one. Fire in the hole.
At this point, it's highly unlikely.
Take that. Hey,
Warp missing the Skinner strap, but does do about half damage, which is... I mean, you take those. Oh no, Larrakin with the lab coat caper fail. And Warp just gonna be restarting FMJ. You don't want to finish, or you don't want to fail lab coat caper, and he's going to surf! He's surfing!
Time to lay some road
We've seen this at least one other time this tournament. And I think by an Australian as well.
that was expensive.
I'll educate you a new one.
Jump to light.
I believe Caleb was the
Hole.
only other person to do this.
Now show the proof to Krusty. And if he doesn't believe me now, I'll fry his butt.
Maybe Derek.
Krusty, fine by me.
Actually, no, Derek. I don't think Derek would.
Safe.
Does fall off. If he gets a traffic car, maybe he'll be good. But he's going for the resurf. He lands on top of the car, so he's good. And he's just riding it. We'll need to take care of the stairs. But assuming he can get through that, get through the bridge jump, he should be good. Warb having a pretty solid start to this mission. Oh, but he falls off. Larrakin falling off. Will he go for the surf attempt? Misses the jump. He's really going for it. Does he make it in time? I know once you get to the grassy area down here, you're safe for a little bit.
What were you thinking?
Will indeed make it back. But it's Oh no. Does fail the mission.
My pants are cheap.
As Warb set to kill.
My butt hurts.
No resetting.
You better run.
Goes for boat jump.
Take it. Oh, this is too.
Almost does a wall climb. That was
I didn't do it.
that would have been a sick wall climb, but I think you get reset there. These are things I should probably test out in my free time. Just for fun, not even
Wannabe.
for strats. Just to point out, did you know you can't wall climb there? I feel like you can't. That's my intuition speaking. I've never attempted it though.
Let's see you do better.
Warb on 6-7 in the sports car,
All mine.
the 70s variation.
Whoa, wicked.
It's the
Oh, now come on.
woodcutter.
Hey,
You almost hit a person.
ow, my head. Just a few more.
It's beach
I remember
box.
these being here before.
Wow, this car sure can take a beating. Damn it, I dropped my kebab. Save me, Jeebus! Go!
Aw,
Good
loser.
boat jump for Warb.
With that.
Look out.
Take that.
This is, oh no. That's gonna be a restart.
Thing.
You got it.
Kang and Kodos do in fact strike back. Larrakin just ramming into the squeaky voiced employee
Mine.
of the movie Theatra.
You're all mine.
Watch it, I almost spilled my sundae. 2, 4, 6, 8, you.
A lot of honking here from Warb as Larrakin's stream ends.
Really oughta.
420 coins for Warb. You love to see it.
All for
This race has had so many twists and turns.
totally awesome.
2, 4, 6, 8, you suck, I'm great. Not
Just like that.
you, the one I.
Should still be able to win this out.
Oh, I bruise easily.
Goes for this box.
Eat my dust, dust.
Gets hit and run. What is this, like the 7th time Warb has gotten hit and run? Are they going to fail the mission again? Another failure of Kang and Kodo strike back, a tragedy.
Your service.
Are we watching a Shakespearean play? Warb will be going the backwards route and is swapping the camera
Call me air,
in frustration.
I have no insurance.
We lose Larrakin's feed.
Stand target.
Warb's camera's
Stand target.
going in and out of first, second, and third person.
Wedgie.
Hope that didn't break my
Or
business
close
card.
cam. I guess second person isn't its technical name. But you get what I mean. Is Warb looking to finish this race out?
Where's the drive, dumbass? Hey, what's up with that?
Should still be good here, even if you crash a little bit. It's very forgiving on the backwards route, usually. Goes for the CSS as well. Does not get it.
It's
No shot in the background.
let's do this thing.
Homer saying, let's do this thing.
Ryder, give me. Let's see. I need something to board up the window.
Landers
Board.
giving Homer Simpson some boards. Or actually a first aid kit. The boards are coming up.
Hey, come back here. Them's are sleeping on boards.
I like how the only person you don't talk to in this mission is Cletus.
Off for a pillow now.
All right. Bo. Well, it's about time.
You just
that
take it.
mean speed thingy.
Orb. Having enough coins to buy zombie car.
Everyone sucks, but
Finishes up the mission.
I am
We'll be
Evil
going
Homer.
to purchase it.
Evil Homer. Oh, I wish I had a dog with a saddle.
Zombie car purchased. And on to Long Black Probes.
Sweet.
Kicks comic book guy.
You do know how to drive, right? Don't. Coming through. That hurt. Move it. No. So long, suckers.
And let's see. Orb lining it up, breaking the first tree.
Oh, I think I broke something.
That is scuffed.
You're not gonna get more?
We'll be getting the wrench and just following
Vengeance will
the
be
car
mine.
normally.
Oh, out of control. Ow, my neck. No. A power plant? But I'm bored of this level. In your face. Ow, my neck.
I'm glad you.
Let's do this thing.
See some 7-3 from Orb, and we have Larrakin's feedback up.
Learn to drive, you dumbass.
That lineup looked pretty good. The cage was in the way. It still is in the way, but this should work. And it does in fact work.
Nice alien craft. Now to just get out of the path of the tractor beam. Oh, it's so.
Boy, talk about thinning the nerd. If I'm gonna kill those town filming black car driving cola. Okay.
Here we see Orb out of bounds.
I need to find.
Gets the fire alarm gag. Let's go. We'll be going into the 70 sports car.
Chest pain. Having chest pain.
And we'll go for the park.
It's that black car again. Ooh, it has the speed of a sub boss combined with the tenacity of a level boss. Watch it.
And gets the park down. It looks good to me. I'm not a professional in these things, but
Run.
I'll say it looks good. It's Larrakin. Also in Homer 2.
Wow, I need
Just
a disco nap.
quite a fair bit behind. Is getting the coins needed for zombie car. It appears though
Ignore the speed limit.
you may get hit and
I am
run.
so smart. I am
It's not get hit and run.
SMRT. I mean,
Does get hit and run, but doesn't really matter. Shouldn't matter at least. No, it does not.
bikini zone's chafing. Ooh, the vibration's tickling my feet. Oh, I forgot my mission.
Orb getting inside the skeleton car. And the park is in fact good. See Homer fist pumping the air.
Eat my dust. Oh yeah, stretch the legs and the crotch.
Will Larrakin attempt his next race? What does this mean? With the internet issues, I'm not sure.
Gone, and the ashtray was full of. Wow. Sweet.
I'll have to find out momentarily. But he does have his next race scheduled right after this one.
When this is over, I'm hitting the sauce.
Sweet acceleration. I've really got to learn to enjoy my parole more often. Nice liftoff. Hasta la vista, suckers. Oh, like no. So fun. It should be a felony. Hey, that's totally not supposed to happen. Yeah.
A hit and run here for Larrakin in a pretty awkward spot. Will he reset his car?
In your face.
Good lineup for Warb.
Mindless distraction.
Oh, Larrakin fails. Long black probes.
Oh, chicks love it when I do
This
this.
is very unfortunate.
Sweet acceleration.
Warb getting 7-6 out of bounds. A lot of honking going on. And we'll go for 7-7.
That was dope. Where'd you get that? Let's do this thing. I'm a lean, mean speed thingy.
We'll start the race up and we'll just head back to the power plant. Honk, 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 honk. Honk, 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 honk. We'll be finishing out the mission inbound.
Would somebody tell me what just happened? What's the big idea? Ow! Move it or lose it. Ooh, the vibration's tickling my feet. Ha! Didn't think the old man had it in him, did ya? Eat my dust. Please come back, I'm so lonely. Look at me, I'm free as a bird. Oh, that was too easy. Take that. That's my game, we call sandwiches.
And Warb looking to
Ready.
finish out the 7-7.
More playing cards of ice. I am excelente. I'll tear you a new corn shoot.
Oh my gosh, every time the Wasp gets destroyed as a freebie in the UFO, I panic and think it's the waste being dropped.
Democrat.
Thankfully it was not.
In your
And that's a GG for Warb. No quick exit. Is Larrakin buffering through this homer too? Warb says, I regret waking up this morning. Assuming not too happy about the run. Or maybe they're just tired. A lot of fails, a lot of hit and runs. Larrakin did not go for 7-3. We'll get it inbounds. And we have the audio back on Larrakin's feed. We'll be doing a 7-4.
I need to find some. Let's do this then.
And poor groundskeeper Willie, just on fire in the background.
Okay.
There's a few Scottish runners who I know will not be happy about that one. I guess former Scottish runners now, but either way. Larrakin just wanted to look at the Spooky Mart sign.
Ooh, it has the speed of a submarine
Show that,
combined
hey,
with the tenacity of a
the graphic
submarine.
design, the team worked hard on this game. Changing up the sign. They didn't have to do that, but they did. And as a graphic designer myself, I can heavily respect that. And by graphic designer, I mean a bootleg graphic designer. This is so... Oh my gosh, that scared me. I thought I heard the engine for a second, and then I realized the 70 sports car is just really loud. That sound was like a Minecraft ambiance sound when you're in a cave. I tried looking up fun facts about the Simpsons hit and run. Not too many, to be quite honest, that are readily available anyway. There are some I have from knowledge that if you brought up, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's a thing.
Run.
But as far as on the internet, I'm not too sure. It says here... Okay, that's just a common fact. I feel like all runners know that in level 7 they drive hearses instead of police cars. Originally, in level 6, the police would have used chase sedans instead. That's something that I don't think I knew before. This is all according to the Simpsons Hit and Run fandom site. So take these opinions / fun facts of trivia with however much you think they're right. There was no hit and run meter, as it was just a radar. Even if the car has the invincibility cheat turned on, the police cars are the only cars that can directly damage the player's vehicle.
Oh, I think I broke something. Eat my dust.
I need to compile my own fun fact list, to be honest.
I have no insurance.
Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll make my own Top 10 things you didn't know about The Simpsons Hit and Run. Number 10. Did you know you can stand on top of this Quickie Mart sign? Did you know you can get on top of the Squidport sign if you launch yourself with an e-brake boost from the ramp?
Out of control!
And then just show a bunch of random speedrun glitches? Did you know that if you get an NPC in the corner while he's doing the tumbling animation and jump at the exact frame, that you will be elevated upwards?
Eat my dust!
These are all things that I've learned myself. They're not on this fan page wiki.
When this is over, I'm hitting the stud.
Larrakin finishing this mission up. Just a few more to go. We'll be talking to Snake here.
And the ashtray was full of...
Wow.
Sweet!
I'm trying to read that sign, but I couldn't read it in time. I do appreciate that the level designers did change a lot of small details in Homer 2. The Krusty Burger, for example, looks much more
Better not have scratched
evil
my car.
on the sign.
Ew, like no.
Oh, that was too easy.
Hey. That's totally not supposed to happen.
Oh, out of control!
This town is going to pay for this.
I am excelente!
A high hit and run meter here for Larrakin, but should be manageable. Hit and run, not the biggest of issues so early on. I appreciate the e-brake boost into the waist, but does miss it.
Like out of my way, walking dude.
Love those sound effects.
This town is going to pay for this.
Larrakin says done. Just now. Larrakin's done with the run. Larrakin, can you type the time? A 1:43:38 for Larrakin. Spoiler alert for those watching.
Totally.
Apologies.
Awesome, dude.
I guess we can watch the run out if Cody wants to.
That's pretty cool.
And into the beat. We already know the time though. Let's see if Larrakin is telling the truth. A 1:43:38. Will it be so?
I feel bad. Where'd you get that? Let's do this thing!
Larrakin, you were also asked if you were going to continue with the next race, I guess, while we're here.
We had to say dickety because the Kaiser had stolen our word 20.
Larrakin says in the mute chat that they intend to.
You should be in Cannonball Run.
I guess while this is going on, we can do like the post-match interview. I think Warb was pretty unhappy. They usually don't talk in the BC, so they just said they regret waking up this morning. Larrakin says they intend to if they can figure out the BS. Do I join? Yeah, you can join. Can talk about the run real quick.
Howdy.
Hello. How was the run?
Considering I've had no practice in the last 3 weeks, I'll take that.
Yeah, I think the
Oh.
early game was actually pretty solid.
10-year-old hitchhiker needs a
And
ride.
also considering that most of that time saved was me fluffing about trying to surf. Most of that time I was me trying to surf. Because I thought, stuff it, I'm not winning this, might as well make it a little bit of fun.
I had fun watching. You almost got pretty far into it.
Yeah, about halfway, but oh well.
Hot diggity!
Either way, congrats for Warb on the win. And yeah, that we had some internet issues throughout, but what can you do?
Telstra, what can I say?
Yep, I've heard many complaints about that from other Aussies. There's the times right there. If Warb doesn't have anything else to say, I'll give them a few more seconds. Otherwise, our next match is Larrakin versus Lucas. 22nd of June, 12:30 BST. The lower group C's.
So
Call me
15
Pussy.
minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes from now. I think we still need some comms if anyone wants to hop in. And yeah.
Alrighty. Well, thanks, Cody, for the restream. Thanks, CC, for the comms.
Yeah, thank you, Larrakin and Warb, for the race. And of course, thank you, Cody, for the restream. We'll see you then.